Hi, my name's Emily Merton. I'm going into my senior year at FGCU, and I'm studying communications/public relations with a minor in political science. I graduated high school with my AA degree, so I've only been at FGCU for 1 year, but I plan to continue school for the next 2 years after I graduate, and I want to get my master's degree in school counseling at FGCU. So my internship is with Duval County Public Schools. It is a public school system in North Florida, and my supervisor is Dr. Tracy Pierce. He's graduated from University of Florida, and my duties as an intern is I write pieces for the writing department and the communications team. I've only written a few, but my overall duty is to complete this multimedia campaign focused on youth mental health and mental health awareness. And I found this awesome opportunity by simply going on Duval County Schools and emailing him and saying, hey, I'd like to do an internship with you guys. Are you able to work this out? Because I knew that I wanted to work in the public school system here in North Florida, and I just wanted to combine that with my degree in public relations communications. The three learning outcomes that I have experienced in the internship is network connections, technology, and knowledge. In the beginning of the internship, I was given the opportunity to meet a lot of different people within Duval County Public Schools school board building, and I met the head of the school behavioral and health department, and I also work with the supervisor of communications, and just next week I will be having a meeting with the superintendent of the Duval County schools. And so this has given me the opportunity to really network with people who are in charge of the departments that I want to work in the future. I've also been given the opportunity to work with different companies on the campaign. So we outsource a lot of the graphic design portions of the campaign as well as some of the social media stuff. So I've worked with people outside of the company. And as far as technology, I came in not really knowing much about anything in terms of technology, but I have now been able to work with Canva and produce many different things for the campaign, many different graphics for the campaign. And I've also worked with a web designer to build a website for the campaign. So I've learned a little bit about how to organize a website and what to include. As far as knowledge goes, I have heavily increased my knowledge on writing and the style of writing that's required for public relations. So I've really worked with the head writer of the department of the communications team, and she has helped me really take a look at my writing and put a more journalistic aspect to it rather than a writing for education purposes, summary essay kind of writing. So that has been a really great experience too. So my supervisor is Dr. Tracy Pierce, and he graduated from University of Florida, and he ended up getting his master or doctorate degree. He did not go all the way to a doctorate degree at University of Florida, but he got his undergrad in communications. And when he was working towards his undergrad degree, he also had to do an internship, and his supervisor gave him a multimedia campaign. And he said that added so much to his portfolio that he wanted to do the same for me. So give me the same experience and the same basically knowledge base to go into job opportunities and say, hey, this is what I've done. So some of his best attributes and what I've learned from him is he's really good at dispersing responsibility among his communication team. So whenever there's a big task or a crisis or something, everyone has a specific job and no one goes out of their role. He is very strict on, okay, this is your job. You don't need to do anything else. And that keeps things really organized. And I've learned that from him. And he also works towards perfection. It doesn't have to be perfect, but he always takes a step further to ensure things are looking really good. So like my research paper, he checked it 3 times and then he asked me to go get someone else to review it to make sure it's good to present to the superintendent. So that's just one example of how he really strives towards perfection, and he sticks to the plan. So if we have a plan or we have a schedule, he very rarely goes off course from that, which I really admire because it shows a really good work ethic and a really good management of time and being able to show clear responsibilities on his part. So I've learned a lot from him, and so my contribution to this company is basically creating this multimedia campaign. When I reached out asking for an internship, Dr. Pierce was like, "Oh, this is perfect because we just had an outcry for some youth mental health awareness kind of like concerns to address that." And so I was like, okay, that's great. Like, that's exactly what I want to do. And he basically gave me full control of this campaign. So I definitely reach out to him quite often about like help, and he really does guide me through the process and checks things and tells me who to go to and what to do. But I'm pretty much managing the whole campaign. So I've created posters, I've created a QR code, I've worked with a graphic designer to create a logo. I have also created a website with our website designer in the department, and we are hoping to help the school behavioral mental health department design a training for teachers, and we're also producing pins and lanyards and certificates for those teachers who go through the training. So I've done a lot of work. We perform focus groups, and that's where we got all of that information to produce this stuff. So I've really just come up with this entirely new objective and put it onto a campaign, and now we have an entirely new program to address the concerns that our key audience, the students, were bringing up to us. One way this internship challenged my professionalism is working with other people. So I typically, if things don't get done, like if we have a class project, I'll just do it. And this internship has showed me, okay, I have to rely on these people to complete their part because they're experts in it, and this has to be very professional to go through approvals and everything. So I've really had to rely on other people's time management skills and reaching out to other people, and basically just understanding that we all have different time frames and we all have different things that we're working with. And I've had to be patient and accept that I can't do it all on my own because I'm not an expert at all of this stuff. As far as the impact this entire internship has had on me, it has improved my networking, my technological knowledge, my writing skills, my ability to work with others, and I have obtained so much information about PR and gained more knowledge on that. This internship has connected me with so many different people that will really enhance my ability to do what I want to do in the future. It has increased my knowledge on how to work with technology and what to do. It has helped my writing skills improve through constant rewriting and learning from experts and people who do this all day, every day. I have learned how to work with others more and understand that their expertise is not my expertise, so I need to give them the reins on whatever that is. And my knowledge about PR has just grown so much. I've seen how many different departments work together in the communications team and how much public relations does for a company. So that's basically everything. I mean, this internship has been a great experience and wouldn't trade it for the world. And I feel like I've really impacted the Duval County school system by bringing this multimedia campaign to life.